6 inches.
We are to the cage with Eddie for your introduction.
This bout is brought to you by DR Roofing Solutions. Introducing first, fighting out of our blue corner with an MMA record of 0 wins and 1 loss, representing Fightopia MMA by way of St. Paris, Ohio. It's Zack Burroughs! Introducing his opponent, fighting out of our red corner with an MMA record of 1 win and 1 loss, an independent fighter representing Logan, Ohio, James Cox!
Crowd getting very excited for this bout after this intermission. They are ready to jump back in and see some people get hit.
Yeah, we have Zack Burroughs, Chance Cox kicking us off after the intermission. Todd Augusta, our third man in the cage.
We have had a really electric crowd tonight. Love to see it.
Oh, love it.
And I think one of the things, we mentioned that wrestling background from Zack. He's also still wrestling. Just completed his freshman year.
Oh, wow.
But almost gets right into a guillotine choke.
You would expect him after getting caught in a choke before that he really worked on that prior to this fight.
Went a little too high amplitude with that takedown initially, and that almost led him to getting mounted. He's got to work on getting that right arm off of the mat. Keeping that isolated there can obviously lead to submissions, triangles.
And definitely Chance Cox here knew he had his hands full with Burroughs, being a wrestler, still in college wrestling. He's getting space, looking good, working himself up again here. Now we're back in the middle.
Also landing some good strikes as he's getting up also.
Yeah, it looks like Zack, I assume would be leaving for school soon, appears to be going into the University of Rio Grande for his sophomore year.
Yep. A little bit of digging by us, we get that good info for you all watching tonight. Definitely Burroughs. You can tell his caliber of wrestling is up there, and definitely something he's going to be able to make a great base off to his mixed martial arts career.
And we hear wrestling background a lot. I think we hear it in a lot of different states. It means something in Ohio.
Yes, sir.
It means something if you are a Division I wrestler coming out of Ohio.
Burroughs being very patient not to lose this position again, get space for...
Yeah, he's maintaining a good half guard position.
Yeah, Cox is still staying composed even though he's on the bottom there.
Just a very safe position to not get submitted if you're Zack Burroughs here.
Great wrist control.
Settle your hips. Settle your hips.
Yeah, it's really giving good pressure.
Here we go, sitting, trying to move his hips, gave up half guard, came up under.
Looks for an octopus sweep here, a la Craig Jones. But the cross face.
Here we go, he stepped over to the side. That is tight, ladies and gentlemen.
That is very tight. Looks to set, he needs to look to settle his weight down and just take away that space. One of the mistakes people make as they start with submissions is they try to squeeze. And in reality, what you want to do is try to take that space. Listen to your opponent breathe, and when they exhale, you steal that space from them.
Yeah, and he let the position go.
Beautiful really transition to the back. He's got to watch getting too high here.
Got 2 boots in.
He does. To a Suliov stretch. A Suliov stretch, Ladle, whatever you want to call it.
His head's about to pop out. Gave up position here, and he gets in a full mount.
Good reversal for Cox there.
Wow. He's going to have to get up his back here.
He's got 10 seconds. He has to move.
Yeah, you got to do everything you can to get out of this position, no matter what it takes.
Couple big strikes at the end for Chance Cox.
Good way to end the round for him.
Yeah, way to come out the end of that round and show Burroughs this isn't how this fight's going to go tonight.
And I'm not necessarily sure that you want to tell Chance to engage on the ground. He was able to switch positions, but it was on a mistake where he was nearly finished prior.
As you see, Burroughs perfectly coming over to the side here. Just didn't have, I'd say, his elbow's just a little too deep.
Yeah, he went a little deep with it, and you need to touch your head to their head, more temple to temple, and just settle down. I really think about trying to put my shoulder to my wrist through their own neck.
Yeah, sometimes I even like to dig my knee into their side and really try to squeeze and get it real tight.
Also, I will say a submission that I prefer to finish off of mount as opposed to stepping to the side.
I agree.
And get more down pressure, like you said, instead of squeezing.
gives you a little sturdier base. I'll keep a gable grip, really suck and try to collapse. But if they need to roll, obviously I can plant a base. Keeps me a little safer than if they start escaping that arm triangle, it can lead to more of a scramble position.
Well, definitely good on Cox to be able to get out of that position there. That's a hard one to get out of.
Yeah, huge confidence booster.
Yeah.
Being like that at the end of the round and then going into round 2. He knows where he doesn't need to be now.
It's interesting. You obviously were able to get mount and land some solid strikes, but how do you get that position back?
Right.
You appear to have the advantage in terms of knowledge when it comes to jiu-jitsu, but can you get to your dominant position?
Round 2, touching gloves.
Good jiu-jitsu can definitely be a kryptonite a wrestler.
Both men wanting to stay out in space here, trade a little bit, grapple and nope. Burroughs changes it up, goes in for a double leg.
Really amazing timing on that level change. And
he gets reversed again.
Wow.
He's holding on. He's got a single. Good sprawl by Chance Cox. He could look for some front offense here. You have Darces, you have Anacondas. I just push off and disengage.
He's going to try to circle around, go to the back.
Yeah, slight mistake.
Which is giving Burroughs the angle. Why? He just needs to settle his hips.
You could set up the arm and guillotine from there with the circle, but Zack is adamantly looking for this. I'd get heavy hips, stay sprawled out. You don't want to get pushed against the cage, and just start punching.
I like the strikes he's trying to land, softening the body up a little bit.
Yeah, but those knees are starting to get a little too bent, a little too close to the head. That is the risk that we run with.
Right there. Angle there, and was able
Good
to...
guillotine again, and it's pretty deep. And
Nope,
it's out.
slips out.
Chance has to start working his butt back to the cage, get on his right elbow, left arm underhook, open your guard, and start moving.
Burroughs corner wanted him to go to the body and the head.
Burroughs just looking more content on holding this position, not making the same mistake he made at the end of round 1.
No, he's opening up a bit right now into a triangle. Control that head. He's got to grab his left shin with his right arm.
There it is.
He's got to cover the shoulder
tight.
and just hook. Hook the leg so you don't get slammed.
Maybe even take that arm bar.
I speak from multiple fights experience.
As he set
That
his hips
is
back
tight.
down, hips coming up and in.
I would take that arm bar. It's almost there. He starts letting it loose there.
He's falling to the side. He's trying to get that elbow back down and through and get some space between his legs.
And this extension isn't
There we
good
go.
for
Over
Zack
and
Burroughs.
over. There's
strikes
nothing
there.
he can do to
He's
defend
tapping.
himself.
It looks like. Oh, nope. I thought I saw a right hand tapping. Yeah, he
Yes,
is.
he
He is.
taps.
He was.
30 seconds left to go in round 2. Chance Cox gets a submission.
Yeah, that got just more tight as he held on to it.
Beautiful triangle choke from Chance Cox. Zack Burroughs getting a little too big on the ground right there. It allowed Chance to weave that right leg through and get the submission.
I'm always a big fan of the strikes in the triangle. A lot of people will forget that you can strike when you're in that position.
Right.
Yeah. Looked like there was a brief tap a little bit earlier. But
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Saw he tapped his own arm.
Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. Went a little bit longer. We
Boy,
call that
that's
the
tight.
old Brazilian tap.
It was just a practice tap.
Yeah, right. I still feel my arm here. Still a great performance for both of these fighters. As we've seen there, Burroughs wrestling did kind of lead him into trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, good jiu-jitsu is a wrestler's kryptonite for sure. I mean, you can be a good wrestler, but...
Yeah, I think one of the things that...
Here from Columbus, Ohio, your winner of this bout by way of submission at 2 minutes and 27 seconds, round number 2, fighting out of the red corner, Chance Cox!
Great win for Cox there.
Outstanding victory for Chance Cox. They're very good on the ground. One thing I think we kind of see, and I want to give Chance all the credit in the world for this win, outstanding, but we see from wrestlers making their shift in MMA is they have a hard time tying striking into wrestling, and I think we saw a lot of that in this fight. Chance just took advantage of being much more comfortable in those kind of interstitial spots of MMA.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of wrestlers. There's a lot of little bad habits you got to get out of coming from wrestling and getting into the MMA and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, head placement is a big deal when it comes to that, and leaving your neck open or forgetting to leave your arm inside.
Yep.
Specifically right there.
All right, Columbus, I'm here with the winner by submission, Chance Cox. Now, Chance, hey, I know you're feeling right now. So if at any point you got to go to that bucket, you ain't got to worry about it. You get after it because you just grinded. Hey, tough first round. What was going through your head on that first round, man?
I was trying to land some strikes and maybe keep some distance, but every time I did, obviously he shot on me, and I wasn't able to take it down, so I had to work a lot off my back. It's hard to have a game plan when you first get in here because once you go, everything goes to crap. So.
What if somebody wants to play it until you get punched in the face? And you got punched today, but you impose your will, man. How does it feel to get another W in that column?
That feels great, man. I worked really hard this camp. I had some really good training partners that were consistent and showed up. It's nice when you get guys like that, you know. I want to thank Austin Wolcott for taking this corner for me at short notice. I appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely love those who support us now. Independent fighter, which I know is not always the easiest thing to do. So, man, how does it feel to be an independent fighter and get a win against somebody who has a corner, has the whole team and everything behind him?
Props to Zack and his corners, man. They're all great guys. It's a different feeling, you know. You don't ever know how prepared you are coming from an independent gym. I guess it's just probably how you train.
Well, I completely understand as a fighter myself. Also, as a guy who has got a couple wins in the column, man, how does it feel to win in front of, hey, not only a packed house, but you got a little bit of love in the house tonight, my man?
That's right. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who come out to support me. My fiance, Tara, and our baby. And all these guys down here, I appreciate it a ton. You know, having support like that behind you is half the battle.
You came with a fiance and baby, right? Hey, where's fiance? You're an absolute trooper wherever you're at. Hey, kudos to the fiance alone. Hey, what a deal with this guy. Hey, that said, man, any final things you want to say to the fans of a packed house tonight here in Columbus, Ohio?
I appreciate everybody coming out. I hope all the fights so far leading up to this point were worth it. You know, we still got some pro fights left, some title fights, so hopefully the rest of the night plans out.
Well, all I know is your night panned out here for another W. Let's get loud, my man, for you. Chance Cox!